Hi folks, John with the Wingman115 channel. Thank you so much for checking in. I'm out here cruising the backcountry roads today, having a little fun. Thought I'd stop, turn the camera on because I get a lot of questions on my social media, on the videos that I produce. And one of the biggest ones I get in messages, emails, all that good stuff is, what is my top 5 knife picks of all the blades that I've tested out on my channel so far? So I thought I would take the time, break them down. We'll start at number 5, go to number 1. Kind of like one of those VH1 video top 40 things, except we're going to do real cool stuff with knives. And we'll break it down, we'll talk about them, and I'll give you my thoughts on them. First one at number 5 is my Habilis bush tool. Yes, the folks over at Habilis. I tested this blade out a couple years ago. It's a 1/4 inch of steel. I really love this blade. The fit, the finish, the feel on that. It's gun blued, so if you're doing food prep, you might have an issue with that. But I love that design, and the handles for me work great. Some folks say if you have really large hands that the handles are going to slip a little bit. I have medium-sized hands. The handles fit just fine. So my Habilis bush tool works really well. I love that blade. I can't get it out here in the woods enough because with the channel, I just have so much going on. With that, number 4 is going to be the First Edge 5150. Now, I talked to the folks at First Edge when I was at SHOT Show. I talked to Mr. Brett Seaver. He's the CEO of the company. And the first knife I reviewed from them was the 5050. And I just fell in love with that blade. Well, after that review and I did a factory tour, they got a hold of me and they asked me if I wanted to test out and review another blade for them. I said, sure, because I really love that Elmax steel. That Elmax steel is just the cat's meow. Now this blade is one bad mamma jamba. I love that design. It would make an awesome hunting knife. Just the ergos on that blade were spot on. The G10 scales, the anodized finish on there is just awesome. So that's my number 4 pick here on the channel. Number 3 pick is the Sly Steel Kuma Lone Survivor. Yes, this is a Wason Johnny tie design made by Sly Steel. Actually, the folks at Tops make it for Sly Steel, but this blade is a kukri design, and it is just a chopper. It'll slice, dice, chop. This is just an insane blade, making quick work of your chopping and your slicing needs. And hey, you even got a cool bottle opener on the back. So props out to Wason Johnny Ty for an awesome design blade, and for Oliver over at Sly Steel making this happen. Awesome blade. That was number 3. Number 2 is going to be, and this is a curveball for folks because this was a prototype knife that I got a while back, but I really tested the heck out of this blade. I didn't do a full-blown review. I need to, and it's the WC Knives, and it's his Woodsman. Yes, William Collins. He's a custom knife maker out of Texas, and I saw him do a video on YouTube because I'm a big fan of his. I really love how he thinks outside the box on things. And he was coming up with an idea of having a blade that had 2 different grinds on it. And even though this is not a new concept, I really like how he took a saber grind transitioning into a Scandi grind at about a 12-degree angle. And I'm going to tell you, this knife just slices like crazy. It came out of the box super sharp. It was scary sharp how this blade was. And he's using 01 tool steel. Awesome tool steel. The handles on the blade is his signature design. I really love how he does the handles on that. And it just works really well. I'll leave links to all these knives in the video description below. But you're not going to go wrong with a WC Knives Woodsman. It's just awesome. I'm just going to leave it at that because I can't even say anything like what's higher than awesome. Awesome plus infinity. But number 2 on my all-time knife. Now, number 1, I'm sure it's no big surprise to folks out there. He's a close friend of mine. He's a designer. He's a National Park Service Forest Ranger, law enforcement ranger, and he has his own ass-kicking YouTube channel. That's Andy Tran from Inner Bark Outdoors, and it is the Tops Tahoma. The reason it's number 1 in my view on my channel, 1, it's just a great design all around, and 2, I got to see the development of the knife through all its stages, through the prototype stage, and Andy just worked this blade, and then he sent a blade out to me, prepared my 101, twang and bang, and we just abused the heck out of this blade, and it just took it. And that's a testament to Tops and their quality control and their differential heat treat. Just awesome. I love the handle. The handle was very controversial when it came out. You know what? I love controversy. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. I love controversy. Dare to be different. Step outside the box. That's where ideas come in. That's how we innovate, because newsflash, people, knives have been around since the beginning of time. There's no super new design under the sun. So, you know, little tweaks, little twist here, little tweak there. Andy just got everything right. Some people aren't fans of that top edge being sharp. Tops took care of that. You can get a blunt edge on the top of that spine, but I really like it as an overall outdoors survival knife. You could possibly do bushcraft with it, but I'm not a bushcrafter. So survival, woodsperson knife, fieldcraft, outdoor enthusiast, number 1, Katie bar the door. That's my top 5. Tell me what you think in the video description below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you say, John, you're full of hot air? John, you're on point? I'm going to tell you, I get to review. I'm really blessed. I get to review and talk to a lot of knife makers, a lot of knife designers, and there's a lot of awesome designs out there. Almost too many. Maybe I'll do a top 10 later. But as of right now, those are my top 5 in the channel that I've had a chance to review over the past, gosh, how long has it been? 8 years this channel has been running. Time flies when you're having fun, folks. So that's it in a nutshell. Hey, if you like what I'm doing on this channel, what are you doing? Pull the trigger, subscribe. We're having fun. Be part of the action. Leave comments down below if you like it, if you don't, if you think I'm full of hot air. What would be your top 5? List them in the video description below. Let's have a dialogue going. This is what this is all about. I love talking to you folks. And folks, thank you so much again. I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Now I'm going to get in the Jeep and go cruise some back roads.